Hi, everyone. I'm going to talk to you today about using world religions to teach values in school. This may seem like an out there subject since religion is something that we don't do in public schools, but it actually is pretty relevant. Why are values important? We teach these values to students not to make them believe what we believe, but for them to find out what they believe in and value as individuals. Values are something that start from the inside or internally and lead us to behaviors that we want others to see. There are many values out there, and some stem from different religions around the world. I want you to think about these values as I go through them and make some connections between the religions. Hinduism values nonviolence, patience, fortitude, compassion, and honesty. Even though you may not be familiar with or practice this religion, I'm sure you can find something similar to these values in other places as well. Buddhism has values in optimism, acceptance, nonviolence, fortitude, and integrity. Are you seeing some similarities already? Christianity focuses on empathy, humility, integrity, forgiveness, and fortitude. What I found interesting is that fortitude has come up in each of these religions so far, meaning having courage through difficult times. Islam values include service to others, respect, non-judgment, humility, and honesty. The Unitarian Universalist value dignity, acceptance, responsibility, truthfulness, and respect. Of all those values, a list of my personal values can be seen here, and I will talk about each one and what they mean to me. Kindness is my number one value, leading every decision in my life. I love to treat people with kindness and see others be treated with kindness as well. It means being considerate of others, generous, and nice. It can be any act of generosity, including something as simple as a smile. Honesty is another value I hold close to my heart. Being untruthful only leads to trouble, and honesty, along with kindness, makes others feel good about you and about themselves. Respect is a big value in my life and in school, appreciating what others do and their thoughts bring us together as people. The world seems to just run smoother when we give each other respect. Responsibility is something I've felt my whole life. Even as a kid, I would make sure that all of my decisions were well thought out and responsible. Showing responsibility in life shows others that you are accountable for your actions and words and that you really are trustworthy. Non-judgment is the act of compassion for yourself or others. Nobody wants someone to judge them, especially in times of vulnerability. Being judgmental only brings a negative atmosphere, and we want to lift others up and let them be who they are without criticism. Dignity means to be worthy of honor or respect. To me, it means you can hold your head high for doing what you think is right, feeling a sense of pride in yourself, and letting others have the respect they deserve. The last value is fortitude. This is something that came up in almost every religion that was in the article about this topic. And I think it's a really neat word to describe courage, because not only does it mean to have courage, but to have courage when times are hard. We all struggle and go through difficult times, but being able to have courage is one of the strongest attributes we can have. Now let's talk about teaching values in public schools. I came up with a list of different values that I think should be taught in public schools, and some I have even seen myself being taught in public schools. Most of these came up in various ways throughout each religion that I mentioned earlier. These values are usually part of a school-wide positive behavior support system. It is carried out through the whole school and taught to bring the student body and staff together as a community. The first value I chose for teaching in public schools is honesty. This goes along with being truthful to others in social situations, but also in academic situations. Cheating and using others' work is not honest and can get you into a lot of trouble. Honesty from students will help their teachers know exactly when they really need help. Acceptance is a big value in schools because it's something that seemingly everybody wants. No one wants to feel left out, and when people accept others as they are, especially in secondary school, they learn to be kind and forgiving of mistakes when acceptance is something they value. Respect is another value that I chose to be taught in school. I've seen this in the positive behavior support plans in every school I've been in. This means being respectful to teachers, other students, and school property. Responsibility is also something that is important in secondary school. Teachers will not spend a lot of time helping students to keep track of their work and if they're getting it done. Being responsible in a school setting means keeping track of the work, getting to class on time, and doing the right thing when given the opportunity. Dignity is not a value I have seen taught in many schools as a value, but I believe it's an important one because it gives students the ability to feel comfortable and confident within themselves. Students are more apt to be part of their school community when they feel they are being treated with dignity and not ridiculed or put down by others. The last one is fortitude. Another word for this is courage, and it's having courage through adversity. Everyone goes through tough times in their years through school. I think we as teachers need to teach students to be courageous, especially in those difficult times, and be there to show them we care and want them to succeed. Now, how do we teach those values? First, we need to define them. This could range anywhere from really simple for younger students to more complex definitions for older students. We need to teach our students explicitly what these values are and what they mean and how to show them in our everyday lives. Incorporating these values through activities will show students that they are capable of holding those values and how to go about displaying those behaviors. Reviewing these values frequently is the last step to teaching students values that the school holds. It can be done as much as spending time on one value each month to reviewing them in short each day. I think posters would probably be up around the school and in classrooms that remind students of what the values for the school community are. So now I want to know, what are your values? Think about one specific one or a list of values that you hold true to yourself, and how would you show those values to others in your life? Whether or not you're a religious person, you can take values from any religion and put a spin on them to make it your own. Values come from within you, and in order to teach them to others, you need to take those values and externalize them into words and action. I want to thank you for your attention today. Have a great day.